Welcome to another edition of the Business Plain and Simple podcast presented by the ReGroup Advisors. I'm your host, Tiffany Stone, and it's our goal with this and all of our podcasts to guide prospective and current business owners on their journey to prosperity. We'll show you what to do and what not to do in this ever-changing environment. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Felisha Hatcher-Taylor for Co.Ology and Mike Kaszubski from the ReGroup Advisors. Welcome to you both. Now, Mike, can you tell me what this concept is all about and how did ReGroup and Co.Ology come together?
Yeah, it's a great concept. We were talking to Felisha about a program that she was looking to create to help people start what we call a micro business. And this is the Detroit area, Wayne County, and southern Macomb County, Michigan. And it's really designed to provide a resource and some structure for people that want to take a concept or something they're doing, and it will never go beyond a hobby business. It'll generate some extra income for them. They can do it while they're working someplace else. And with that said, we were talking between the two companies that tends to be the forgotten group, right? Nobody, either they can't get to the resources or the resources are too expensive. So people, even though they're running a hobby business, there's risks and there's things that they need to do. And so we put our two companies together and figured out, can we do a program to help them out, and somebody can make an extra $20,000 a year doing something in their backyard or in their basement or their garage. We want to give them that ability to do that, and we just have recently helped fund a small single person commercial cleaning business, and she was turned away from everywhere. And we spoke with her and she had the energy. She did what we asked her to do. And now she's out, owning her own business. And honestly, Tiffany, and I think Felisha will tell you the same thing. Here's the biggest reward out of that whole thing is the day that she texted us a picture of her holding up her t-shirt that had her company name on it with the biggest smile on her face I've seen since a kid opened something up at Christmas. And will she be a millionaire? No. Will she be able to put some extra money in her pocket and help offset some expenses? Absolutely, yes. And that's what this program's designed to do. And that's what our focus is. So we're happy to announce this with Co.Ology and ReGroup, banding together to pool some resources to pull this off. And I think it'll be very unique in the marketplace.
That's so wonderful. And you're absolutely correct. Being able to see somebody have an idea, take the advice, implement the advice, and then have that at the end is really, really awesome to be able to do all of that. I love all of it. And over to you, Felisha. Why is this an important concept and what are you guys trying to accomplish and who's this for?
So I'll start with the first question, why this is important to us, because we've seen so many times small businesses, as Mike said before, micro businesses fall through the cracks, right? And so Co.Ology is a small business resource hub. And what we do is we sort of provide the cheat codes, the tools, the strategies. When you're ready to take that idea to the next level, we're there to help you with a more hands-on approach. So our core market is, of course, the micro businesses. They're the gig economy. They're the creative economy. They're the freelancers. They're the artists. People of that nature. So yeah, our approach is a more handheld, smaller approach. Being a small business owner myself, I'd run into a lot of problems going into the rooms and maybe sometimes being intimidated by asking the questions. And so that birthed the idea of holding smaller, intimate groups to help these businesses. They need it. Let's face it, small business is the backbone of the community and the country. So our goal is doing good through businesses. If we can help as many businesses as possible, we create more cohesive communities. And so I am so excited to partner with ReGroup. It's exciting.
No, you're absolutely correct. Like I'm also a small business owner myself. I really only have to deal with myself, but I'm the advertiser, I'm the accountant,
Yes.
I am the
Yes.
social media manager, I'm the host, I'm the person that I cry to myself when, when things are going wrong. And I feel
Yes.
like what we take for granted sometimes is that we don't have all the answers. We just need somebody to have all the answers. And sometimes we just need somebody to tell us that, hey, this is what everybody goes through. This is what,
Yes.
is the norm, and it's okay. We've got you. I'll hold your hand through this. Because you think about the larger companies that we know and use a lot, they have a team of people. There may be one person at the top, but he did all of this by himself, and you just gradually add people and you gradually
Sure.
grow. And at the end of the day, winning breeds confidence. It will always
Yes.
breed confidence. And that's something we use in motorsports all the time. We have the skills, we have the knowledge, we have everything, we have the tools, but sometimes we just need that first win, or we need that first t-shirt with our name on there to show, hey, we're doing something right. And I really enjoy how you're doing all of this. And,
Sure.
you said the small businesses. Is it somebody like myself who is by themselves, or is it somebody that is being able to have it where, hey, we've got me and two other people, how can you help us?
So both of those fall into that category, right? Whether you're at home, you're a mom at home doing this after your 9 to 5, or someone, we've worked with people who had smaller teams, so maybe 1 to 2 people, or maybe 3-person team. So absolutely, those all fall into alignment.
That is wonderful. Well, Mike, going over to you, you said that this was a great partnership. This was something that you really believed in and can be able to help facilitate in the future. What can people expect from both of these things together?
It's simple, make money, right?
Yes.
I think you have a lot of talent that we're bringing to the table that they would normally not have access to. And what's nice about focusing in on a micro business is, and I'll give you an example, Tiffany. We do a lot of mock interviews for seniors in high school. And we always get people coming through that, we'll ask them, well, what do you do? And you'll see somebody doing something in the summertime, car
Yeah.
detailing, doing some artwork, something like that. And this gives them an opportunity to make, spending money while they go to college, or maybe, just have some extra money for the summertime. And once again, it's not they're ever going to go to a storefront. They're not going to build anything. So what they can expect is at least some comfort in knowing that they can ask some questions and be treated no differently than if they were $1 million business. Doesn't matter if all they're trying to do is go make $5,000 a year. We'll help them, because
Yeah.
it's important for them to actually do that. And who knows, they might catch that bug and they might say, geez, I really like this. And
Yeah.
they go off and do something bigger. But it's just as fun to watch that person be able to go and just make some extra money. And that's what I think people can expect. We have a program, we have enough talent that if you're going to put in the work, we can help you make the money. And we talk about this all the time. Both, Felisha and ours contact list becomes your contact list.
Yes.
And we have the ability to do introductions to people that can utilize your services. And that's all it's about. And so I say this, the expectation, like I said up front, was to make money, but it's also, don't think you're not going to come in and retire off of it. And that's the other expectation we ask somebody coming into it. You're a micro business for a reason. Stay there, and enjoy the extra cash. But I'm great for a reason after all the years of owning a bunch of different businesses, and so you got to make that life choice there. But yeah, we're just looking for people that will put in the effort, have the energy, and then are able to take a little bit of guidance, and we'll help them out there. And that's the expectations.
And you're absolutely correct, Mike. And talking about that, and Felisha, you could probably agree with me. It's also about creating relationships, creating
Sure.
memories, having that warm, fuzzy feeling of knowing, hey, I'm at the right place doing the right thing that I want to do. And I feel like we see social media now when we say, well, this person's doing this person's doing this. Why am I not selling all my candles? Why am I not selling my planners? Why am I not doing this? But I think sometimes with social media, it's also a failed expectation of how easy business is supposed to be. We see that, oh, I have this order and I have that order. And what we've realized is they could be just posting the same story about the same order that they got, just a different outfit. I mean, Mike, you've seen me switch so many outfits today. And this is just one day where we're sitting here speaking with everybody, but we put these high expectations when we have to realize, are those people eating ramen at night, trying to make their business go together? Are these people crying themselves to sleep because they don't know how they're going to have rent paid for the space that they're trying to create? And I really, truly think being able to showcase your work via social media is a great thing, but it also shows the deception behind being a small business owner, and really what it's supposed to look like isn't really what it's supposed to look like. It's a lot of heartache. It's a lot of ups and downs. There's plenty of times that I say, I just want to quit. I want to quit my whole business, move out, to the desert, but I did already, but quit everything, not do anything, and then just live. But that's not the way it is. And anybody, if you're a micro business owner all the way to the top, you want to stay busy, you want your ideas out there. So Felisha, what's one main thing as a takeaway that either you've learned in this business or somebody's come to you to be like, hey, thank you so much for telling me this. Thank you for showcasing, thank you for helping me or holding my hand, because I know as a person who is a small business owner as well, somebody's had to say something very important to you, Felisha, that you've been able to pass along.
So what I find a lot, it's just usually a lot of times it's just a little missing piece. It's a resource or lack of knowledge or strategy, a little tweaker here or there that makes all the difference in whether someone makes a sale or not. So for me, it's about being able to pass on the knowledge and people being extremely grateful, having the opportunity to kind of get the info and dig in. But For one of the challenges that I see most is finding resources. And if I have any tip to give anyone, please do your research. There's tons of information at the local, county, state, federal level. So if anyone, take that time, make sure you're digging in to do your research and due diligence and becoming familiar with how business actually runs behind the scenes. That's my biggest tip, resources, finding your resources, making sure you're doing the actual work.
And it's really good to see this, because not only do you have the resources, but now you're also going to the ReGroup advisors because they have the resources as well. And it's really, really cool to see all this. Well, Felisha, I know that you are a wealth of knowledge in everything that you're doing to help everybody. If we wanted to reach out, if we needed some more information, if we wanted to find those resources that you were just talking about, where could we go?
Sure. So you can contact us at Co.Ology, and that's at connect at COLOGY.com. So again, that's connect at Co.Ology anytime. And you can reach out, send us an email, and someone will get back with you as soon as possible. And also, please, of course, ReGroup.
Yeah, of course. And going off that, before I let you go, what's the biggest thing that you've learned from ReGroup advisors? So I know, I'm so sorry. That's got to be such a loaded question.
No.
She's like, dye your hair black and don't wear blue. Yeah, that's what she said.
No. So one of the things that we love is about community and collaborations. And so for me, the biggest thing with partnering with ReGroup for me is understanding that I don't have to do everything alone. I love the fact that I get to glean from ReGroup's knowledge. So I am super excited about that, even as a small business myself. So I'm really, really grateful for that. They're a wealth of knowledge. So excited.
I love that. No, you can hear it in your voice. It's wonderful. I feel like this is a great collaboration partnership to really help everybody grow. So
Yeah.
Felisha, Mike, thank you so much for joining us today and providing some great information. I know this is going to be very beneficial for anybody out there, especially those who are looking in the micro business space. And that's going to do it for another edition of Business Plain and Simple podcast presented by the ReGroup Advisors. Thank you so much for listening, and make sure to follow our podcast wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss a future episode. And you will be notified as soon as they are released, just like this one. So if you want to catch up on any past episodes, you can head over, check out those in the feed as well. And if you are interested in business advising services just like Felisha, they are offered by the ReGroup Advisors, and you can contact them at 888-248-7077.